Have you ever been scammed? If you haven't, consider yourself fortunate. If you have, you're part of the many who have been tricked by fraudsters lurking in the digital world. The internet, which we all know, is not just a resource hub, but also a hunting ground for scammers. These digital predators are always on the lookout for their next prey. Each year, a startling number of individuals worldwide fall prey to their crafty traps. From the age-old Nigerian prince scam to the complex phishing plots, these swindlers have a host of schemes up their sleeves. They adjust, they advance, and they employ every deceitful tactic to exploit. Some scams are so ingeniously designed that they could almost be seen as pieces of art. The daring creativity behind these frauds is nearly commendable. But there's a dark reality behind these masterpieces. Each one signifies a story of deception, a narrative of someone's trust being broken, their savings being swindled, and their sense of security being utterly shattered. This isn't a jest or a trivial issue. It's a grave matter that impacts countless lives, leaving lasting emotional and monetary damages. It's only amusing if you're the scammer, the one who benefits from the misery and despair of others. For the victims, it's a dreadful dream they can't escape from. Therefore, it's high time we highlight these invisible predators and their strategies. Let's reveal their tactics, comprehend their strategies, and learn to shield ourselves from becoming a part of the so. Let's uncover these methods, shall we? Stay with us, it's going to be an enlightening journey. Picture this, you're a doting grandparent, and you receive a distressed call from your grandchild asking for money. Intriguing, isn't it? This is actually not as simple as it sounds. This is the foundation for a notorious fraud, commonly referred to as the grandparent scam. It's a deplorable scheme that's become increasingly prevalent in recent years, and its impact can be devastating. Here's how it works. The scammer, often skilled in manipulation, pretends to be your grandchild in distress. Maybe caught in an unexpected situation such as being stranded on a deserted highway or trapped in an unfamiliar country, requiring immediate financial assistance. They might even add "a" of urgency to their plea, emphasizing that they need the money urgently. It's a heartless play on the grandparents' deep love and worry for their grandchild, and thus, it's unfortunately quite successful. Now let's examine an actual incident. Consider our friend, whom we'll name Bob, for confidentiality purposes. Bob experienced a call from an individual who identified himself as his grandson. The so-called grandson was seemingly panicked, narrating a tale of a horrifying car accident that required immediate funds for repair. Bob, being a grandparent, didn't hesitate and agreed to send the money instantly. But here comes the shocking part of the story. Bob's grandson was perfectly fine and hadn't been in any accident. What Bob fell prey to was a classic instance of the grandparent scam. So the question arises, how can you verify the identity of the caller? The first crucial step is to maintain your composure. While it's natural to feel anxiety in such a situation, acting impulsively can lead to remorse. Try quizzing the caller with questions that only your grandchild could answer, such as the name of their childhood pet, or their mother's maiden name. Another useful trick is to disconnect the call and contact your grandchild directly, or even their parents. This can confirm the legitimacy of the call. If the caller pleads with you not to contact anyone else, consider that as a major warning sign. Be cautious about the payment methods they suggest. Fraudsters usually prefer forms of payment that are difficult to track, such as wire or gift cards. If your grandchild requests payment in such a manner, raise your guard. The grandparent scam can be incredibly distressing, and it's easy to fall prey when someone you cherish appears to be in peril. However, always remember, it's essential to validate the situation before sending any money. Remember, taking a moment to verify can save a lot of heartache down the line. Love is blind and scammers know it. Ever heard of the romance scam? It's a modern-day heartbreak hotel where the only thing that's real is the swindle. So let's dive into it. The romance scam, also known as the sweetheart swindle, is a trick where fraudsters create fake online profiles to woo unsuspecting victims. They use sweet words, grand promises, and a few well-placed "I love yous" to convince you that they're your soulmate. But in reality, they're just after your hard-earned cash. Let's take a look at a real-life case study. Meet Jane, not her real name of course. Jane met John online. John was charming, attentive, and said all the right things. They never met in person, but John always had a good reason. A business trip, a sick relative, you know the drill. But then John ran into some financial trouble. And guess who he turned to for help? That's right, our dear Jane. Jane, blinded by love, sent money. And then John disappeared, leaving Jane heartbroken and financially drained. So, What are some red flags to look out for? First, if they're too good to be true, they probably are. Second, if they're in a rush to move off the dating site and onto private communication, that's a warning sign. Third, if they avoid meeting in person or video chatting, that's a huge red flag. And fourth, if they start asking for money, even for the most heart-wrenching reasons, it's time to hit that block button. The key here is to not share personal or financial information. No matter how charming they are or how much they profess their love, keep your details to yourself. And remember, real love isn't about money. So, in the world of online dating, remember this: love might be blind, but it doesn't have to be dumb. Keep your eyes open for these red flags and protect your heart and your wallet. When it comes to love, let your heart lead but take your brain with you. Who wouldn't want to win the lottery? But what if your winning ticket is a one-way trip to Scamville? Imagine this: you're going about your day when suddenly you receive a call, an email, or even a letter claiming that you've won the lottery. Sounds like a dream come true, right? Well, it might just be a nightmare in disguise known as the lottery scam. Here's how it typically works. The scammer will claim that you've won a substantial amount of money, maybe even millions, in a lottery you don't remember entering. Now, if that doesn't ring any alarm bells, consider this. To claim your winnings, you'll need to pay a fee or provide your personal details. Let's talk about a real-life case study. Meet John, not his real name, of course. John received an email claiming he'd won the Spanish lottery. The catch? To claim his prize, he had to provide his bank details and pay a processing fee. So, blinded by the prospect of being a millionaire, John did just that, and instead of becoming richer, he found himself a victim of identity theft and financial loss. So, what can we learn from John's story? Firstly, remember that legitimate lotteries will never require you to pay a fee to collect your winnings. Secondly, if you don't recall entering a lottery, it's highly unlikely you're going to win it. And finally, always verify the source. If it's an email, check the sender's address. And if it's a call, ask for a callback number. Most importantly, always remember the golden rule. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is. Winning the lottery is a dream for many, but falling for a lottery scam can turn that dream into a nightmare. So the next time you win the lottery, don't forget to check your ticket. Now that we've seen how crafty scammers can be, how do we protect ourselves? Well, let's circle back to what we've learned so far. Scammers are cunning. They know how to tug at your heartstrings or dazzle you with dreams of riches. They're like magicians, diverting your attention while they make your hard-earned money disappear. But unlike a magic show, this trick isn't fun for anyone but the scammer. Prevention, my friends, is the name of the game. There's a saying that goes, "Fool me once, shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me." But let's aim for zero foolings, shall we? First off, be a vault. That means keeping your personal information under lock and key. Your social security number, bank details, and other sensitive information should be treated like your favorite donut, not for sharing. Secondly, put on your detective hat and verify identities. If your online sweetheart is actually a prince in desperate need of your help, a quick Google search should confirm his royal status, right? And remember, even your sweet granny could be a scammer in disguise, so always double-check before sending money. Thirdly, adopt a healthy dose of skepticism. If an offer sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Winning the lottery is a dream come true, but not if you didn't enter it in the first place. And if your online partner is more interested in your bank account than your personality, it's time to swipe left. In the end, it all comes down to staying informed. Knowledge is power, and in this case, it's your best defense against scams. So keep learning, keep questioning, and keep your money where it belongs, in your pocket, not a scammer's. Remember, it's a jungle out there with predators lurking in the shadows. But with the right tools and mindset, you can navigate it safely. Knowledge is your best defense against scams. Stay informed, stay safe. Scams can happen to anyone, anytime, but remember, forewarned is forearmed. We've journeyed through the dark alleys of the scamming world together, uncovering the art of the con, the grandparent trickery, the romantic ruse, and the lottery hoax. Each one a cleverly crafted illusion, designed to separate us from our hard-earned cash. But we've also discovered that prevention is indeed better than cure. By staying vigilant, questioning the too good to be true, and keeping our private information just that, private, we can turn the tables on these fraudsters. Remember, our greatest weapon against these scams is knowledge. Now, it's not just about keeping this knowledge to yourself. Oh no, scammers bank on our silence, so break that silence. Share this video with your friends, your family, your neighbor's cat, anyone who'll listen. Don't let scammers win the game, be vigilant, be aware, and most importantly, share this knowledge, because as they say, sharing is caring.